Hello, everybody. This is Erica Holston, and today we are going to talk about three types of people to avoid when you are dating. I am so excited to talk about this subject because a lot of people are not clear as to the people that they should date. And so I wanted to help people who are dating to know three types of people to avoid when dating. So if this is you, I hope that you will be encouraged by this message. And if you know someone who would need to listen to this message, I would encourage you to invite them to core relationships because I want people to um, become more clear about dating, relationships, and what it takes to be married. And so, without further ado, I would just like to go ahead and get started. I do have some notes, so if you see me looking over to the side, I am looking at my notes because I want you to receive all the information. Okay, so the first person that someone who is dating they should avoid is someone who is a liar. And here's why. If you date someone and you see that there are some inconsistencies, and let me give you an example. Let's say that someone says that they are going to do something and they don't do it, and it's on a frequent basis. Well, that person could be put in a category of someone who is not truthful. And if you are dating someone who is not truthful, then it could be difficult for you to build trust with that person. And if it's difficult for you to build trust with someone in the beginning, then you actually have to think about, well, how would the relationship be if I were to date that person for a long term? So, avoid someone who is not truthful because, again, it will be hard for you to build trust with someone who is not truthful. And the foundation of your relationship, it can be rocky. And if the relationship is rocky, just think about, the days to come and how things would play out from that. And so the other thing is that if you date someone who is a liar, how could you know that they are actually telling you the truth when they do tell you the truth? And so if it's hard for you to determine if someone is being truthful or not, well, that's just something that you would have to address at that time. And so it brings me to a takeaway. Takeaway meaning something that can help you, and I'm basically giving you a tip. So my takeaway from not dating someone who is a liar is to date someone who is truthful. Date someone who can be open and honest with you. Because if someone is open and honest with you, there is a higher possibility of building a solid relationship, which means that the foundation of your relationship could be set and it won't be unsturdy as if you dated someone who was untruthful. And so, my second person to avoid while dating is someone who is controlling. So, if someone is controlling, It is more about them having power than them always trying to spend time with you. I'm going to say that again. When someone is controlling, it's more about them having power rather than them always wanting to spend time with you. And I want to remind all of us is that when someone is controlling, it is their problem and not yours. I have found that, some people make someone else's problem their problem when that shouldn't be the case. The case should be is that, when there is a problem, that we as individuals, that we become clear about what that problem is and we address issues accordingly. All right. And so the other thing too is that if you date someone who is controlling, you would be unable to make decisions for yourself. Whereas before you met them, you were able to make decisions for yourself. And as adults, we are fully capable of making decisions for ourselves. And so, again, if someone is trying to hinder you from making decisions for yourself, that could be a possibility of them trying to control you, trying to control the relationship. And that is something to address as needed. And then thirdly, if you date someone who is controlling, you can't be yourself. And when you're dating someone, you want to be yourself. You want them to be themselves in order for you to see if they would be a good fit for you, and then vice versa. They would make a determination if you would be good for them. So again, when you're dating someone, it's a good thing to be yourself and for them to be themselves, and then to make a decision if you are meant to be together. And lastly, with this one, if someone dates a person who is controlling, the longer that you stay with that person, the harder it could be to detach yourself from that person. And so become clear about what exactly you want from a relationship. Become clear as to what is acceptable, what is unacceptable. And once you become clear, to make a sound decision as to what is good for you and what is not good for you. And so my third person to avoid while dating is someone who complains all the time. I believe that, we should be careful about the people that we date as well as the people that we are around. And when it comes to someone complaining all of the time, that their complaining can actually get on you, and then you could possibly start complaining and talking negatively, whereas before you met them, you weren't doing those things. And I just believe that we really have to, protect who we are. We have to protect our energy. And as we protect our energy, because even the Bible says is that, we should guard our hearts and guard our minds. And if we are dating someone who is complaining, that just means is that it is a higher possibility that you can start complaining and then you will start talking negatively. So just be careful of that. And then also too, if you date someone who is a complainer, that the relationship can go south. You put yourself at a higher possibility of them complaining about what you are doing or not doing. So it starts out with, them complaining about their life. And then as you get to know them, then, as you get to know them, as you begin to date them, then that complaining shifts from them and then it comes over to you. And so once it comes over to you, then it involves, it includes the whole relationship. And as it includes the whole relationship, the whole relationship can go south from someone complaining all of the time. And so the takeaway from someone who is controlling is, for you to date someone who allows you to be who you are, who allows you to live your life freely. And so, that's something to consider. And the takeaway when you are avoiding dating someone who complains all the time, that takeaway is to date someone who will speak life to you. Date someone who will support you, who will support your vision, who will support your goals. And as you date someone of these three categories, and again, the takeaways are date someone who is honest and who will tell you the truth. Date someone who allows you to be yourself and who allows you to move freely. Date someone who will speak life to you and who will support you as to who you are and the person you were created to be. And so I hope that this subject matter, three people to avoid while dating, I hope this message encourages you and that it inspires you to stay away from these three types of people. And then with the takeaways, I hope that it encourages you to date those type of people, because those type of people will actually help you to support your goals and your visions and the person that you want to be or the person that you want to become. And so, I am a relationship and a communication coach, and I primarily, help people to know who they want to date. I help them to look at the qualities that they want in the person while they're dating. And then also, too, if there are some underlying issues as to, some roadblocks that have gotten in your way and has prevented you from dating at all, I help people to become clear about their issues and to move forward with dating when the time is right. And so, as a relationship and a communications coach, I basically, want to help people enhance their communication skills and to build the lifestyle that they want to build the relationships that they want to build the marriages that they want to have. So if you have any questions when it comes to dating, if you have any questions when it comes to relationships or your marriage, or if you want dating coaching, relationship coaching, or marriage coaching, please reach out to me. And you can email me at info@vinelifecoaching.com. Again, that is info@vinelifecoaching.com. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. I will be more than happy to help you with some dating, relationship, and marriage coaching. So I hope that you have a wonderful evening and we'll talk soon. Thank you.